4th of January. I'm here again. I wanted to talk now about stress and anxiety, which we've all going to have had quite a bit of in the last month and the run up to Christmas and New Year, and then the New Year now. And being autistic, I probably spoke about this already in a video, but it was just something else I was thinking about. Being autistic, our levels of stress and anxiety are quite high, so anybody taking care of someone autistic around the Christmas period needs to give them more room, quite often children, because I remember with my sons, I did start to play it down quite a bit. Anything that is extra and exciting, like Christmas, birthdays, it needs to, quite often, depending on the child, you have to do it towards the child or the autistic adult, on notice if they can cope with that situation and what way would be better than the situation. Say like I know that quite a lot don't like restaurants because it's too much going on, and I didn't realise that about my own kids until I started to realise I wanted to do the best for them, because that's what you want to do, is the best. But sometimes the best isn't what you think it is. The best, the intentions are good, but sometimes you will actually, with an autistic, cause trauma by taking them to places that they can't handle. So there are certain things that and you can do like exposure therapy, where you can expose somebody in tiny little grains to get used to a situation. But the essence, and the most important thing, it has to be that child or that autistic adult leading it, not you. Because that's a mistake. And I think a lot of this is all well meaning, but when you take the power away, you aren't letting them lead. And the best thing about healing, the best thing about coping and becoming stronger, is when you become the boss of your own life. And if that is what you want to do for somebody who's autistic, is let them lead, but be there, ready, holding their hand or behind. And what I tell you they'll do, once they get the strength, they'll let go of that hand without you forcing it. Don't force it. Because when I talk to quite a few autistics, some of the ones I've supported over a couple of years, they still have hard times, right? Because it's going to happen. But quite a few have let go of my hand, and it isn't from me doing it, it's from them doing it. And I haven't stepped back in the way that I stepped back and went, right, it's your time, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I didn't do that. I know in like nature, they, the bird on the top of the cliff, and they nudge him off like that. It's not going to work that way. Not for an autistic. There's so many elements to an autistic that needs to be safe to progress, and you need to do it carefully. And so to do with situations that they don't like and they're not happy with, write a list of what it is that person can't handle, and even maybe do it with them. But what you're going to find, and I find with neurotypicals I talk to who are supporting autistics, because they don't have some of them don't have that level of understanding. They don't know that when they talk to someone autistic and then they go, oh yeah, we tried to talk to them about, this, and then they got boo and they had a meltdown, nothing I can do. See, that's completely the wrong attitude. What you're not going to understand is that when somebody is talking about those things that are harming them, those incidents, those places like bus rides, doctor's appointments, ringing someone on the phone, all those things, when you start listing them with that person, you're bringing back the feelings of what that situation has created for them. So when you're bringing back those feelings, it's almost like revisiting the traumas and the upset. So you're going to be talking to them about that, and they are going to start to get anxious just talking about it. So it's going to be a difficult process, writing a list about what it is that distresses them. And they will probably need time, they will probably need to calm down, but also you as a person who is doing the list with them needs to know that they are afraid you're going to judge, because what is it they've always had? Judgment. Judgment from people who don't understand it, and from peers, people that as a child you're growing up as an autistic, peers who you look to for guidance, and they're telling you that what you're thinking and feeling isn't right, and probably, sorry, triggering, this is probably putting them down, which I had, putting them down for their feelings and thoughts. So when they're opening up this box to you of the things that upset them, that you're trying to help them with, it's going to be a journey and a difficult experience. Not for everyone, because you might sit there, and I don't mean to be nasty, but it can be a neurotypical response when they go, yeah, but the blah blah was all right with it, so it doesn't matter. If somebody has found a way to cope with that, great, but there's loads who haven't. It doesn't matter that that person can handle it because they're autistic. That is a very, very unfair comparison, and it is what we find autistics a lot in our lives. Wherever we are compared to other autistics, and that again is damaging. So if you want to do a good job of supporting someone autistic and they're trying to open up, then tread carefully, be guided by them, and understand that when they talk about things that you might need help doing things with, it's going to open up a box of pain quite often because of judgment, and they're afraid that you might judge them as well. You don't have to sit there going, don't worry, I'm not going to judge you, blah, 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 because overly doing that is no good. But if you've built a good relationship with that autistic child, adult, they will trust you anyway. Because I find that the people I talk to, I've built a trust and a bond on a deep level. So they already know I'm not going to judge them. I wanted to give you that advice because that's quite crucial.